Coach, coming into this third game against Man, your defense has only given up 1 touchdown on the season, and it seemed to be when some of the younger guys were in. Speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, our defense has played really well. Our scrimmage games, we were a little less enthusiastic than we'd like, but they've really started rallying to the ball, and we got a lot of great players on that side of the ball that's played a lot of games, and coaches do a good job of getting a good scheme put in, and they played about as good as you could ask on Friday night.
Who's your anchor out there defensively?
We used to do that more back in the day, but the defense that we play now just is dependent upon everybody. If anybody doesn't do their job, you're going to leave your man down beside you. So we don't really look to one guy. Everybody's got to do their job. Now, that being said, obviously Bryce had a huge game. He had 12 tackles Friday night. But we don't just look to one guy. They all have to play well for us to be good.
We've never seen a kicking game like this from Logan that I can remember. Speak on Aiden and how he's developed into being a really good kicker.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great weapon for us, and he's been a great weapon. The problem has been the blocking, and we just decided in the offseason that we're not going to have this weapon on the bench, and that you're going to block or you're going to pay dearly if the guy beats you inside. And so we've put guys up there that understand how important that is. And, he's always been a great kickoff and punt guy as well. And now he's just getting to showcase his skills because some of the other guys have stepped their game up and allowing him to be able to kick the ball. So this is nothing new for him. He was just kind of handicapped by a lackluster performance of blocking sometimes on extra points and field goals, but we've seemed to got that corrected, and we expect great things for him all year.
Connor Mullins has obviously he's shown that he's a great blocker, but he's shown that he can actually run the football as well too. Is that somebody that you guys are going to look to go at a little bit more and have a little bit more touches?
Yeah, I mean, him with all those guys, we try to get them all reps in practice, and we don't ever know whose number is going to be called. But he's a hard guy to get on the ground, and he definitely just gives us another weapon that we can use to kind of grind the clock a little bit and don't have to give all those carries all the time to Koger. He could be the big bruising back that's going in there, and you'll see him and other guys all get more carries as we go throughout the season.
Now, Wayne coming up, we talked and you mentioned that they're kind of like Man was in the physicality standpoint, and Sissonville was not. How are you guys switching to prepare for that again? Well,
I mean, we prepared for Man all the month of August, and Wayne is they're kind of physical, maybe even more physical. And, they got great players and state championship coaches, and they adjust well on the fly. And you got to play a great game. We won last year for the first time against Wayne for like 40, 50 years. So it's not like that we beat them every time they come out here. So we better be ready to play on Friday night.
You had a 99-yard touchdown pass that was completed by 2 freshmen. That shows me that there's a bright future ahead.
Yeah, we got a lot of great young players. Basin can really throw it to be a freshman, and Justice may be the fastest guy on our team as a freshman. And those guys get the same reps in practice, and when we go through the passing tree, and we were trying to run the clock out there, but when they called timeout, obviously wasn't going to punt backed up like that. So we figured, why not give those guys a shot? And those guys will have a lot of great highlights like that to add to their highlight reel as they grow as Logan High football players.
Coach, what would you like to say to the Logan community and crowd?
That you make a big difference for us, especially in football where you're farther away. It takes more of you to make that kind of difference. And we've had 2 great performances and coming off a really solid year last year. And it'd be great to have a great crowd on Friday night to show the boys that the community's behind them and give us that extra little push, because that really makes a difference. We had close to as many fans as Sissonville, it looked like, at times there, and it makes a difference to those guys, and we expect a big crowd on Friday night.
Aiden Slack, appreciate you coming on. You had a big game this past weekend, big interception. Why don't you walk us through that play?
Well, I seen it was pass. I did what Coach told me to do, backpedal, and then he threw it in the air, and I broke on the ball. And when I broke on it, he overthrew it, and I was just right there to take the pick. So
as of this year, you've been our place kicker, and you've done a phenomenal job. Is that something you've been working at this summer?
Yeah. You know, my dad's always, when I grew up, he's always had me kicking the ball. So, I mean, it really helped me this year.
Would that be something you'd be interested in doing in college as well?
Yeah, it would be. You know, I mean, obviously I'd have to get a lot better, but it's something that I'd really like to do.
After a big win against Sissonville, how do you guys feel coming back home against Wayne this weekend?
We feel pretty good about it. You know, we still gotta. They're really physical. We gotta play physical with them. It's a Wayne team. They're always gonna play hard. So we gotta match their intensity and, you know, just start out fast like we did against Sissonville, and I think we'll be all right.
What are you expecting from the crowd this week?
I'm expecting a big crowd. They showed great support against Man. They traveled well to Sissonville, and I'm hoping to see a packed out stadium this Friday night.
What's up, everybody? This is Stevie Browning with Mountain Dreams Media. We'd like to thank Logan High School football team and Coach Gary Mullins, and we would like to see everybody out to support them this Friday at 7 o'clock as they take on Wayne. See you guys there.